Wanderers, welcome to episode number 133. This week's episode is brought to you by the MFL Foundation. The MFL Foundation is a not-for-profit organization created in 2019 to provide scholarships to local DuBois County students studying nursing after high school. The main fundraiser for the foundation is the youth golf tournament held at Huntingburg Country Club. This year's tournament will be on July 12th. More information can be found on Facebook or at the Huntingburg Country Club. This year, the foundation was able to give away 2 scholarships, one to a Southridge student and one to a Jasper student. We look forward to seeing you on July 12th.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you live from Smokers Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. Yo, here we go.
That's right.
Episode 133. Here we go.
I am up a creek without a paddle.
You're doing fine.
I am all discombobulated.
I think you're doing fine, man.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Discombobulated?
Yeah, I mean it is. I just don't know if I said it right.
Oh, I thought you meant fine.
Oh.
Saying fine's a word.
Yeah, fine is a word. We are playing with some sound to figure it out because I don't know.
Well, we did a little sound check. There I am.
Whoa,
There we go.
yeah.
We did a little sound check before the show, and I thought we had it all dialed in, which usually we have to tone old Missile Lips down a little bit, but maybe we may have turned her down just a shade too much.
Well, here's the problem. We went on the road. We took this show on the road.
Yeah, we did.
Spoiler
alert.
Yeah, this is the third time we've gotten together this week.
It's probably not a spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But it's true. We hope it would come out before this one.
Yeah, we do.
Well, so if you've
Probably
already
know.
seen it, we sat down with our buddy Ted O'Brien. Teddy Hoops was Teddy Golf Ball. And Teddy Golf Ball
Teddy
beat
ball game.
all 3 of us clowns on the links at Huntingburg Country Club.
Yeah.
But we had I think you look good, Smoke.
Oh,
I think each person had their own strong suit.
Yeah, Smoke was deadly with the putter in his hand.
You were good on the off the tee box once
Yeah.
or twice. And I just, I maybe one good chip, 2 good chips.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I had a lot of fun.
we did, and we sat there on the porch and we had a nice conversation.
I
Talked
was
about
really tired.
yeah, me too. We talked about what was going on at Huntingburg Country Club, some of the membership perks. Golf Week, which our title sponsor, MFL Foundation, kicks that off with its youth tournament.
By the way, the Maurice C. Woods Foundation, that tournament, like that's going to be a banger. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I might just come out and
Watch.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Well,
hell. I might
what
sign up.
do they call those? Deckheads.
Deckheads.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
I might
what
come
it
out
was.
and play. I mean, you think you want? Are you going to play?
I don't know if. Well, I know where I'll be.
But
I
will
will
you
be
eliminated on the
unavailable
first
that
hole?
weekend.
oh yeah.
I will be gone.
Oh okay.
Got a little trip planned.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little secret trip, huh?
No, it's not secret trip. There's a golf outing
Oh,
that is going to be tended to with friend of the program, friends of the program, Paulie, Gene, and Andy. So
Oh yeah.
we've got something that
Yo.
mid-weekend.
You'll post baseball. Golf.
Yeah, going to get away a little bit, play a little golf. But
good for you.
got to play golf yesterday at the Indiana Hall of Fame Scramble. Saw our good buddy Gary Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
Lives just up the road.
Oh, GW.
Dunk said, podcast is great. You guys are hilarious.
He
So,
does listen.
Yeah.
A lot.
So it was good.
He had it on at the liquor store the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He was passing out adult beverages on the old course.
Oh,
up
is
there at
that
Country.
right? The old beer
Yeah,
cart guy.
yeah, he
huh?
was. So it was good to see Dunk. So shout out Gary Wayne there. We appreciate the support.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
That's right.
They don't let anybody just become Hall of Famers. So
Anyway, How's your week been?
Well,
Other than that,
yeah, this will air post our trip
oh my
to
God.
St. Louis.
David just had the biggest goosebumps in the world a while ago when we were listening to our pre-show banger. And,
I thought that was because of the glizzy machine.
well,
was fired
that
up
too.
today.
It is rolling,
Yeah.
boys. I
Did we
don't,
take
yeah.
that with us? Did we decide we're
Yeah,
taking
it's going.
Okay.
We are going to take it with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go to Merkley's this week.
Nothing
so,
rolling at the Holiday Inn.
oh,
Me and my folks are bringing 4 of your friends.
can you imagine?
Come to my room and eat glizzy till it ends. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. So no, a week's been, it's weird because we recorded Sunday of this week and then we got together on Monday of this week
And now Wednesday.
and now Wednesday this
Yeah.
week. And then we're spending the weekend together. So
We love each other. I
Yeah.
mean, if it would really suck ass if we didn't like each other, I tell
Yeah,
you
we're-
that.
we're beyond that point now.
Yeah, we're
We
we're
are
too
pot
far
committed.
invested.
We are pot committed.
That's
So no, week from, I think the trip's going to be great. We're going to listen to some true musicians, talented musicians,
Just
That's right.
artists. for
artists
sure.
that sing from the heart.
Right from the heart.
Yeah, not a bunch of overproduced,
Yeah. Ready?
stuff.
Ready? Last night I let the liquor talk. Yeah.
So, which by the way, I listened to our "Let the Dutchman Be Your DJ."
T's and
and
P's.
that's the first song up there, and I was like, for an anti. I don't want to say anti. We're not anti anything.
We're not
For-
anti Morgan Whalen.
Well,
Poor feller's got a sore hymen. He needs to get back in the
hey,
game
he should
here.
be back in the game
Yeah,
soon.
we're not. Yeah, Arlo. If Arlo was here, he would give us.
How long does rehab last?
Well, I don't know.
Whoa, Dave.
Whoa.
Allegedly.
I mean, hymen rehab.
Oh,
I don't
hymen
know.
rehab. I don't know. Ask Missile Lips. He's been through the process.
Yeah, it hurts for a little while, but
Yeah.
it gets better.
So no, everything's good. Kids are good. Wife's good. Life's good. Just fired up to do the show. Hopefully did well on my statistics exam.
I bet you did just.
You're doing fine. You're
which
all
the
right.
practice one, it was. This is.
That's why
I
it's
haven't-
called practice.
Yeah, but you got to practice makes perfect.
Yeah, so that's why you make your mistakes on the practice test. You move, and then you go forward with it.
Yeah, we
that's
hope
why
so.
you get those bugs out
Statistically, normally the first test is the worst.
statistically.
Well, I asked him what the mean of the first test is, and he's like, "Yeah, most people are like 90 to 100." And I don't know how because I just got done doing stats for like 3 hours.
Pretty hard.
Yeah.
Pretty hard bar.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that before we leave, and Janelle might have to
God,
drive.
that's gonna set the tone for the whole week. You're gonna be tanked before you make it to the Illinois border.
Bingo. Janelle doesn't know she's driving yet, but she'll figure it out.
Are we going to convoy?
Yeah.
C.W. McCall.
That's
Jesus
We
Christ.
got
yes.
us here convoy.
Even got a bear in the air.
Yeah.
Bring my little mountain CB radios.
Oh gosh, if we can't, we could get walkie talkies.
I got them. That's what I'm saying. The ones from Colorado.
Yeah.
They got like good, nice, long.
Would you have 3 of them?
Got 5 of them.
Oh shit, fire! Yeah, get them babies charged up. Yes. You know how easy that would be, though. Like, are they private channel?
Mhm.
Yeah, because if anytime anybody has to stop to pee, or anybody needs gas, or anybody needs
Don't
to
got to
do
worry
whatever,
about cell signal.
yeah, you don't got to worry about cell signal. Those are handy. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know that the Southern Illinois is pretty flat. Not a great drive across there.
Oh, it sucks. The
We'll-
drive to St.
We
Louis.
will play
sucks.
multi-car road trip games.
I don't know about that.
I
I'm
do.
gonna listen to tunes. And,
I spy with my little eyes something red.
I can already hear the call. Hey,
warlocks in.
Hey, get out of the way. I need to get a little better look at them warlocks. Hey, my week's going good, by the way.
I was gonna ask you.
At least somebody's is.
Yeah, so got to play golf. First time with my shafts after they've been extended. I tell you what,
Yeah.
I felt pretty confident with my iron game. I do need to get a new driver.
I let it fly.
Teddy Hoops, Teddy Ball Game, definitely. He let me swing the old smoke shaft, which was like the super duper stiffer, and whatever that super $10, $15 million
Oh, that's
driver.
that tailor-made stealth.
Yeah,
That baby's new and hot.
yeah. And
Was
it's-
new last year.
Yeah, but anyway, I hit that well. But so I think if I could get me a new driver, weed out, get a new golf bag because I was shedding parts of my golf bag.
The odor was tough too.
Yeah, my
Didn't
golf
want to be
bag.
downwind from our cart.
Yeah, it was tough.
My golf bag smells like cat piss because of cats.
Yeah,
And in my garage.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had a good week playing golf. I take the kids to the doctor today. Had their 10-year checkup.
Oh, they still do that?
Maxwell Masoner is a giant, by the way.
Big boy.
He is 5'5", weighed in at a cool 160,
Jesus.
and he wears a size 10 shoe.
Fifth
and he's
grader.
in 5th grade. Any D1 colleges out there looking for a 5th grade commit for a defensive lineman? Hit me up. His name's Maxwell Masoner.
One recommendation for young Maxadoodle.
Yeah.
We need to get that boy jumping rope, doing dot drills.
right.
He needs to be able to. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
You want to know what defensive ends are running 40 times?
Not what Maxwell Masoner's.
No, they're running like 4.7, 4.8 40s.
That's going to be a tough spot for that big feller.
Yeah, well, he's gonna.
But
be
other than
working on
that,
it.
I am. I'm absolutely jacked for this weekend. Well, like you said, you guys are. I was jacked for the weekend.
Yeah.
That you guys are already hearing about, and I think we're gonna.
We might go live
Yeah, we will.
Oh, there'll be
from the Holiday Inn with the Glizzy machine fired up.
there'll be some live action.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Dog,
good.
what's up, man?
Well, we recorded Sunday. We recorded Monday. Worked a late night thing Monday or Sunday or Monday. I don't know. It's just been a long week. It's all running together.
Yeah,
So hopefully I got some gas in the tank left for Friday. I think I'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm ready to. This 3 shows in 4 days. Had to get back on top there.
That's
That's
a
why
grind,
we keep
man.
one in the bank though. It's obviously worth doing, or else
Oh,
we'd have been up the creek.
Well, and I don't want our friends at Port Jasper or Bob's to think we forgot about them because we got some reels that we're going to do.
Yeah.
We just finally getting baseball out of the way. We'll be there.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, we're coming. So,
Heck yeah. I say let's spark this candle.
Well,
is that spark this candle? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
I put jerky in.
Oh.
I got to get this away from me. That mini jerky.
You can't reach it from there. Hey, I just need to move this beer out of the way. You smoke.
That's better.
Yeah, the temptation's gone.
Let's jump into hour one. Kelly's Auto Service and Repair is our hour one sponsor. Located conveniently in Huntingburg, Kyle Kelly is ready to help you get your ride on the road. From new tires, brake service, oil changes, to transmission, engine, and suspension repair, Kyle can do it all. Give him a call today at 812-630-5297 and tell him that the Dutchman sent you.
He's probably listening to this in the shop.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Let's just do the dang thing, Mace. What you got?
Well, I had them wrote down,
You seem to do that. That's the second week in a row.
and now I can't find them. But I'll try to.
Probably on that.
Is it on the floor?
No, it's probably right around in here somewhere. My first topic, I believe, was
This is tough.
yeah, man, we're really doing great this week.
What did you do with him?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'll tell you what your topic was if you give me just a moment.
Guys, I feel like
we're dragging on this.
we are, and it's okay because I mean, the third show in 1 week, it's a tough spot. Like,
Hunting and fishing trip envy.
oh, there it is. Okay, hunting and fishing trip envy. And the reason I preface this by saying a friend of mine, big friend of the show, several friend of the show, they are in Canada right now, currently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Canada.
So if you're listening to this show, they're back and they've got plenty of stories and pictures.
Oh.
Now, they're not in the area where all the wildfires are they?
No, they're way up north.
Oh, okay.
Way up north.
Because Canada's got a little bit of a fire problem.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures?
I bet
from
they
North-
don't have Smokey the Bear up there.
Mm-mm. Did you
Canada
see,
doesn't have that.
Did you see the pictures in
Was
New
that
York?
on an episode of Trailer Park Boys about Smokey the Bear?
I'm not sure.
I feel like I've seen an episode.
Bobbles. Did you see the pictures from New York?
I mean, I did, but New York's a dump, so I don't.
Well,
care
I know,
about it.
but God, that's
Lots of
nuts.
smoke.
Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, talking to Nobby, it's Nobby. Nobby's in Canada right now with a bunch of other guys. I think there's 8 of them. Brad from our buddies at Hopf Outdoor Power, Brad Beating, and his brother Philip, and the Ozers, and there's a whole bunch.
Met a guy at the river camp last week that knows Nobby.
Is that right?
Yeah, sorry, from just
That's okay. Yeah, Nobby's a well-traveled salesman. He gets around.
That's where it's from. It's from work.
Yeah. But he was explaining to me like the logistics and the like the just the nuts and bolts of this trip,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds amazing. And I was very envious of it. And then I got to thinking like about all the things that I want to do and like I have done and everything. And it's like, so they drove 18 hours, get on a bush plane, fly like 3 more hours, land on a lake, get dropped off at a cabin, and then do not get picked up for 4 more days.
So they did as much traveling as they did cabin sitting.
Yes. They're fishing every day for northern pike and walleye. And it's, there's bag limits and everything else, but they're pretty much eating what they catch. And I just think that sounds amazing.
I feel like this is how the hatchet started.
Exactly what I told him. Or that show that's on Netflix now called Keep Breathing. Did you see that?
That's kind of an important thing.
Yeah, it's similar, whatever. But I don't know, man. Like I just like your trip to Colorado out there elk hunting, and like you talking about chartering a boat up in Michigan, one time, like the Dutchman, we could do that. Or like I've been to like, we went duck hunting in Arkansas one time, and we kind of roughed.
Shout out Arkansas.
Yeah,
we got some friends down there.
Arkansas. We kind of roughed it. My brother, Texarkana. But he
there's another guy there. We sent him some stickers.
Oh yeah.
His name escapes me right now, but
yeah, we sent him some stickers. But we stayed in a camp. I slept in my Tahoe for for 3 days. But I mean, yeah, like those trips that they're expensive. You got to save up for. But like the memories and like the harvest is really where it's at. So, do you have anything like that? You ever have any bucket list things you want to do?
Well, like I'm not known as a major hunter, but I've said this before that I'm 36 years young now, and like I want to, for like the decade birthdays and half decade birthdays, have like a nice, just like, it sounds very selfish as I said it in my head, but like I want to just go hunt like out to Colorado, Wyoming, Montana.
Oh yeah.
Fishing trip wise, like just some of those other things. But I get envious of it because I like the thought. Like you talk about getting dropped off for 4 days, no cell service,
none,
no TVs,
none.
It's the ultimate sitting back, drinking cold beer.
Like he said,
camping.
He said they had like they're like in a small cabin, like a fly-in cabin, but there's like solar. They got like solar panels and with charging a battery bank, so like we could still take our CPAPs.
Well, yeah, that's important.
We could still take our CPAPs, but I'm only imagining that they would probably only have, like, I think they can charge their phone, but it's not going to work. So they could just use it for like camera and video.
Well, GPS still works, like with Onyx Maps.
Right, and then they have like a sat phone. I think he said there was a sat phone or some sort of like base station type radio system where, like, in the case of an emergency, that they could get the help that they need. But
yeah, I think I'd like to do like a yearly fly fishing trip.
Oh man,
into the Smokies somewhere along the way, or the Blue Ridge Mountains, because I know some people that do. Friend of the program, A-Hole, I think he's gone on a few fishing trips with his father-in-law. I know Phil liked to go fishing a lot, but yeah, I like the idea of it. Specifics of where I'd want to go, I don't know that I have anything, but I would enjoy it because nobody ever comes back from those trips and says they had a shitty time.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Sucked.
Like when you came back from Colorado, there might have been some highs and lows, but you weren't like, I'll never do that again.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even though you don't kill anything, it's still the experience, man. That's why I think it's where it's cool.
So I like it. I mean, I like the idea of it.
Anything other than your trip that you want to do?
Just more like that out west, I think.
Yeah.
I'd probably check out Canada, but that seems like an awful lot of, like, I don't have that much PTO. Like a
Yeah.
4-day trip, probably you need 12 days to do it. I don't know.
Huh?
By the time you get 2 days of traveling both ways, now you're
Yeah,
up
that's
to
what
8
they did.
days.
So they left. So they'll leave Saturday. They left Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Drove up across the border, and then stayed the night. And then they fly out the next day. So they would fly out Sunday evening.
I also feel like those bush planes got a bit of a weight limit issue.
They
that
do.
might,
They do. They do. So
concern me.
so they did not ask them what they weighed. They just said each passenger were only allowed 100 pounds a person for gear, clothing, and groceries. So they were allowed 800 pounds of gear, clothing, and groceries. And he said when they got together, like they had like a pre-trip meeting and they weighed everything like that. He said they had like 200 pounds to spare.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Which he thought it was weird because there were some individuals that were on this squad that only weighed 105 pounds. And our portly feller Nobby, that's at a cool 275 or 250, he was only allowed to bring the same amount of
Well, but
weight
that's how
as,
they balance
as the
that
little
out.
feller, you know. And
Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
how they balance
this
it out.
is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna put some of my shit in that little shrimp's bag, you know. But I don't know, man. It sounded super cool, and the thought of the Great North, like that kind of in one side of the coin, it kind of spooks me out a little bit about you know what I mean? Like easy out. You know what I mean? Like if something happens, you're kind of Frenched. But I mean, if you're not, if not, do what?
I said we.
Oui. But but on the other end of it, it's like, man, just the total disconnect. I think that's where I'm pretty envious of. You know what I mean? Not that I don't want anybody. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to ditch out on my kids or my wife or whatever, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I've never experienced that. Like where you have your phone, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there
We were
is
able to
nothing you can
drive,
do.
Not too far off on top of a mountain, and you could get like enough to send a text. But a guy I went with had like a satellite. It's not a satellite phone. It's a thing that like an app that hooks to your phone through Bluetooth, and then that thing is satellite, so you can text on it but can't make calls.
Right.
So that was okay.
Right.
But I had to have my phone for music. Like we had a little Bluetooth speaker going every night.
Right. Yeah. But how'd you charge it?
I took 2 or 3 like power packs.
Oh yeah.
When you just turn your phone on GPS mode, battery lasts forever.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like airplane mode.
Airplane mode, yeah, because GPS was on.
Yeah.
So when you use your Onyx maps, as long as you download them, like
Yeah.
you get.
The States. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did.
Shout out Onyx. If you want to sponsor the Wondering Dutchmen, I have it on my phone. Smoke
As
Dragon's got it on his phone, and I'm sure Casey's gonna have it on there after
Yeah.
the show's over. But hit us up because we all love it. But
Yeah, for sure, it's pretty.
I want to go to BC. I want to go to BC or somewhere real far north, or even
Well, that's like Seattle.
or northern Canada, or anywhere like that. And I want to shoot a caribou. I want to shoot a caribou real bad.
I decided the other day I like hunting and fishing, but I don't even care to. I don't get that excited about hunting and fishing, like actually killing anything. I
Right.
just like going. Like
Yeah.
I had a good time in Colorado. Didn't see a damn thing.
Smoke, that's called hiking. It's called hiking.
Okay, well that's it then.
You're a big
Hiking
hiker.
with a gun.
Fishing. We went to this real little shithole lake down in Kentucky that I won't name any more than I already have because I got my ass jumped for blowing its cover. But that was a freaking blast. It was like
Was that the one last year?
Yeah, it was only like maybe 2 hours away, hour and
We
45.
decided we're taking smoke on the water there.
Yeah, it would be perfect for that. Smoke on the Water was built for that lake. And it's like there's not much traffic going on. We caught a truckload of little bitty dinker bass that you could keep because it's a slot lake. And we fried them up. We drank beer. We listened to music, relaxed. Our phones did work, So, I mean, I just love that kind of thing. And I think the whole tent camping last weekend,
Oh,
It
you're on a
kinda-
big nature kid.
it kind of like it did. It kind of like triggered something. And I told my wife, I told the warden, I was like, hey, if we took the boat to a camping spot that allowed like that had a lake. Like we could put all of our wares, all of our loot, all of our gear in the boat, use it as the trailer to get it there, set up camp, and then we could just,
Hang out on the lake.
Yeah, you guys could go kayaking. We could fish a little bit, Then when we get back, the kids could ride their bikes. We could do some lawn chair sitting and really just enjoy it. And
Let's go camping. I'm ready.
I think we're gonna try it. So that's all I got, man. What do you got?
Oh, I was writing something down.
Oh, okay.
Had an idea struck me.
Yeah.
So my first topic, you see it everywhere, happens all the time, and it really just leads me to wonder a lot about what decision was made and why and how that occurred. And I'm talking about random grocery items and random aisles.
Oh boy.
Or abandoned carts that have food and other stuff in them, just abandoned, nobody around. And like you notice as you're going through the aisles, like
brown.
Yeah. Yeah, but you at least take your cart with you.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I ain't got time to push that son of a bitch. I gotta go.
You're walking anyways.
No, I've never.
So I don't know. I see it a lot, and like I sit there and I'm like, I
was gonna say there's got to be a story that's prompted this topic.
A decision was made.
Yeah,
I like to think of whatever decision led to that.
It almost kind of makes me believe, like, where the Aztecs were wiped off the map. Not comparing random grocery items and random aisles to the Aztecs disappearing.
Somebody had to shit, so the Aztecs just disappeared.
Yeah. But like, where you find remnants of something and you're like, I wonder what was going on here. Like, especially like
when you find diapers in the beer aisle.
Yeah.
Like, we only got money for one.
Or like, random bag of chips like down an aisle. Like, did somebody set that there and then forget to take it with them? So I don't know. I was just one day I was down shopping at Meyer in Evansville, and I was rolling through, and in like a whole section there was meat. Like that's the stuff that like makes me feel bad. Like,
ooh.
But there was like 3 or 4 items like stacked, like neatly in an area. Like they grabbed something to add to the pile and just like walked away. I don't know.
So I know for a fact, like if I would go to a grocery store and I'd bring my kids along.
Oh, something sneaks into the cart.
Yeah, and you get up there to the checkout, and there's like, you got your list, and you know what you're going to expect, and then like, my daughter, Evelyn, is addicted to blue Takis. Do you ever had blue Takis?
No.
They're good. They are good. But they got to be terrible for you because they're blue, and I don't even know what the hell's in it and whatever. But you never cease to fail. Like when we go to somewhere, she's like, "Can I get a bag of these?" And you say no. And then we get to checkout. Some bitches are like hiding underneath the bread, or like there they are. Like it's just not gonna, like, oh, Dad'll never see these big bright blue bag, But I may or may have not put some things back in the store that didn't go where I put them, but it wasn't like a perishable. I've never done anything.
See, like I think sometimes it's punk ass kids. You like remember
a
while back those assholes that were licking ice cream and then putting it back. Like
what?
I've seen that too.
Don't you know that's why the ice cream's sealed like that now?
I've seen that.
There was a trend where these people would rip open the top of like ice creams, lick it, and then put the lid back on and then put it in there for somebody to buy.
I've seen it.
Heathens.
Because you see Prairie Farms now, they've got like a kind of like a
ripcord.
Yeah, basically. But no, there was like 3 or 4 aisles, and it's always like cleaning product aisle. You see a lot in there. You get down to like the specialty food aisle, like where it's like Mexican food or something else, and there's always just random stuff in a store. And I wonder why.
I think you always find it up at the checkout too.
Oh yeah, you
like
see
those
a lot.
Yeah, like those little like the dollar bins.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Like the movies, they're $5 bins of the movies or whatever. Like there'll be I don't know.
I tell you what, since COVID, I bet I've not been into a grocery store, but maybe 20 times.
Are you serious?
So what do you do?
Online order and then pick it up.
Oh, living high on the hog, doesn't have time to mingle with the people.
I hate that. I have, still to this day, even during COVID, me and my wife have never done that.
Oh man, that is a life changing.
We have never done.
I like the experience of grocery
I do
shopping.
too.
I hate it. The kids.
So
I want this. I want.
That's
this.
why you don't
that's
take
why,
them.
so Justine and I have this really love-hate relationship when it comes to grocery shopping. She doesn't do it as much as she used to because she doesn't have time. You know what I mean? Because by the time she gets off work, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and she's ready to come home. And then with me, I always
do the online pickup.
Well, I always do it before work, or not before work, excuse me, after work on my way home. And I usually only grocery shop at one store. I'm very faithful to our friends at More for Less. And I honestly, I go to Merkley's obviously for some of their other like bulk items. Like I buy my bacon.
Yeah.
I've transitioned now to buying a large quantity of bacon at a time, or if I want to do like pork steaks, I'll go over and just have a butt sliced, or I'll do, I that's what I do. You know what I mean? And then, but I always have to go to the grocery store after work when I'm not like super screaming hungry, because if I do,
Can't go hungry shopping.
oh
It's
my
tough.
God. I just enjoy grocery shopping. I do. Justine hates it, but
I do
love
too.
it.
I like it. My mom did a lot of the grocery shopping in the house, and I don't know. I just like it because it's usually I'm by myself, and it's moments just by myself where nobody knows you, and nobody's gonna come talk to you. Because we do. If we need something, we'll grab local, obviously. But if it's a planned trip, we head to Evansville. But I can remember. It's crazy to think this has been 3+ years now. But I can remember that March, like mid-March 13th, maybe when like COVID basically shut everything down.
Oh yeah.
Like I told Janelle, I was like, I'm going to go to the grocery store because I know, like not feeding into the panic, but like, we need to get a few things. And I'll never forget that experience. Like for the first time in my life.
Well,
like,
there's nothing there.
Well, like especially like toilet paper items, like stuff like that.
Do you remember that? Like COVID didn't even give you the shit.
Yeah, some people I think
COVID
did.
does no. In the
You think
beginning,
that's why the bidets got big.
COVID never even gave you the shits. I don't know, but the bidet, like, so we. Side note, we have
I mentioned the last show.
I put it in, right. So I installed that baby. And
Where was I at for this? I did not know you had
Did
a
you
bidet.
not know that?
No.
Did we talk about it
I
on the
thought
last
we
show?
did.
No,
Or
we
maybe
didn't talk
it was
about it on the
maybe
show.
my side note. But yeah, I installed a bidet, and it's a Tushy brand.
Okay.
And I'm telling you what, right now, it has decreased our toilet paper usage. Like, I'm not going to say in half, but considerably. Like you don't use
Well,
near.
I know the concept of a bidet.
You don't use near the TP.
Yeah,
that
the next
you-
thing you're going to be doing is bitching about your water bill.
I don't care. St. Henry water's cheap, bud.
Used to be.
Used to
It's
be.
still cheap.
Well, it is, but it is
Compared to
going up.
everything else. It's
It is
yeah,
going
it's
up.
gonna.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I just.
But yeah, no, toilet paper. How many times, like if in around here, the mass snow panic,
Yeah.
snowmageddon, when everybody races to the grocery store to buy a loaf of milk and a gallon of bread, a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread.
Easy there.
I
can see the steam coming out of
it
your
just
ears.
crazes me, man. Like, what are we doing?
I
here?
think it goes back to the olden days when you didn't buy in bulk for a lot of stuff. You had 1 or 2 days in your house max, and like we go like
You ever put bread in the freezer?
no.
Oh yeah. Do you really?
So we did that growing up. There's bread in our freezer right now.
I don't
You
know.
ever freeze milk? Oh, not a chance. But there are people that do it.
Are you getting ready to say you freeze milk?
No, don't freeze.
No.
Okay.
Grandma Lois, my God rest her soul, she would roll over in her grave if she knew I was laughing at her for putting bread in the freezer. But man,
You
she
don't
would.
put bread in the freezer?
No, God no.
What do you do with that
You buy
frozen
you
bread?
freaking
Let it
buy it
thaw
as you need it. God bless, bread ain't that expensive, bud.
We like to grocery shop like one big one a month, and then you just
No way.
Try to hit up
I bet I go to the grocery store 4 days a week.
oh my god,
I love it. I love it. I
Oh, he gets
love
to walk up and down every aisle and wave and
see people talk.
Yeah.
That's how you don't get employee of the month for going to the grocery store once a month.
those
Good-
poor
good
poor
gravy.
people at More for Less.
I love it, and they love me. It's a thing, and I like it.
They we go about every 2 to 3 weeks, but we don't do a bunch of bread. My wife, that's the one thing she's not a big
I bet we eat 3 loaves a week.
Yeah, not a chance.
We go through more than that, probably.
Do you really?
We probably go through a couple gallons of milk. Janelle's a milk drinker, and so those other little beggars.
Yeah.
I had to quit drinking the milk. I had to give that up back in 2008 or so when things got bad and milk got expensive. I was drinking like a gallon a day.
What?
Oh, I love milk.
You're drinking a gallon of milk a day?
David.
And it told me I had to pick milk or whiskey, so I quit drinking milk.
Oh, God.
And now you don't drink whiskey either.
Yeah, or milk.
Or milk.
Maxwell's a big milk head. He loves the milk.
He sip on the 2% or whole?
Oh, no. We buy 2%.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
God, I love milk.
That sucker would be friggin', he'd be a gianter if he would drink the whole milk. But anyway, I don't know, man.
Like, are you being serious?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you have, wake up and drink some milk, and then all through the day, just drink it out of the jug,
I
Finish
have
it off at the end of
never.
the night.
Folks
There's
at
nothing
home,
better.
folks at home.
Hey, have you ever done the gallon challenge?
Every day, obviously.
No.
No, well, that's like within an hour. No, that's a
Have you ever done it?
no.
I have.
No interest in it.
That's a story.
Yeah,
And I did the gallon challenge, and you can't do it.
I imagine not.
My piss was white.
I never had white.
Craziest shit in the world, dude. I have several witnesses, and it was I spewed. Oh, you can't do it.
Man, there's nothing.
Something with
better after
lactic acid. It's just
a
humanly
long
impossible.
night of whiskey drinking, and then right before bed, you get all ready for bed, get a tall glass of milk and a Marlboro Light, and sit on the back porch.
Oh my god!
I just had a vision in my mind.
Hey, now my buddy Craig Sibe, he's a big milk drinker, like a nightcap. Says it.
Yeah, but after drinking whiskey all day with a Marlboro?
Well, yeah, probably. He said something about it, like it helps him with his heartburn. Like he
Yeah, coats your stomach.
coats your stomach. Yeah, hey, Sipo swear, Craig dog. He swears by it. He does.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, man. He would always. It was crazy. Like strawberry milk or chocolate or whatever it would be. Like he'd always.
I just envisioned Smoke having a good night, listening to Chopper Radio.
Hey, Smoke Dog, I'm heading to bed. Yeah, I'll be there too. I gotta get my milk and a last cigarette. Smoke today's last cigarette. Drink this glass of milk.
Oh, the good one.
So, as much time as we spend together, I didn't know you were a big milk guy.
That's wild.
Well, I haven't really drank milk much in the last.
So, like,
Yeah, because you had to give it up.
yeah, I got a one a day habit. Oh, cigarettes? No, gallon of milk a day.
Just a gallon a day here.
You ever been to Milk's Anonymous?
Good God.
So here's the question. So, like, when as we're staying at a Holiday Inn on Friday night, they have complimentary breakfast. Are you going to go wild on the milk or?
I don't really drink milk anymore.
We're just going. We'll probably. Yes. By the way, we're going to get up pretty early.
Yeah, we got to be able to be at the ball field by like 11.
Yeah, and ready to do it again.
Whoa, pump the brakes. The game doesn't start till.
1.
Yeah, but you get in 2 hours early.
All inclusive.
All
ticket.
inclusive, bud. You don't have to, but we will.
I'm getting my money out of that ticket.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be able to check in till. I'll just have to park over there and there.
I'm gonna try to get early check-in. We'll just leave our bags at the hotel.
That's why you guys can just bring some stuff over to the VRBO.
Once we get down there, I ain't going anywhere.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm staying right at the ballpark.
Right. So is the Airbnb.
Yeah, like 2 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go drink and eat my fill and then go to the bars afterwards and then have to find my car.
True story.
I'll just park in their parking garage.
Right. Yeah. Good thinking. All right, Smoke Dragon, what you got, brother?
So I was sitting around that fire pit a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could classify that as a fire pit.
Oh
That's
no, it
more
is.
of like
It's an incinerator.
Yeah.
device.
Yeah. Well, it gets it done. But Fireflies, freaking bananas.
When I read this, I almost I didn't immediately judge you, but I kind of did because I don't know, you and me are really good friends.
Yeah.
Like could be considered best friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
at-
wow.
at
This is
this
a big
point.
moment.
Hey, you too, bud. You're in
Yeah.
the same
Well, I
boat.
appreciate that.
Yeah. But I don't like it when you call them fireflies.
They're lightning
Really?
bugs.
They're lightning bugs, bro.
Okay.
Fireflies, I think, is more like a southern thing.
Yeah, or like if you're a Nancy Pansy.
Oh.
Really? Huh?
Well, I don't want to.
So are you pro lightning bug?
Yeah, I think we take them for granted, but there's like a whole chemical reaction in their asses that causes them to glow, but it's a cold light. So that chemical reaction, normally all chemical reactions are like exothermic and make heat, but they don't. They just blow their little asses up, and I can't think of what it would be for because it wouldn't be.
It's mating. According to the veterinarian, it's for mating.
Okay.
That's I could have dreamed that up.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, with these Shure mics, they're pretty good.
But we see them all the time.
I love every minute of them. I love every minute. No, this is crazy.
The kids love them. Zoe's she gets.
One time I stuck fireflies up my butt so I could make my farts glow. What movie is that?
Not a clue.
The Campaign. When they were doing the testimonial at the dinner table.
Yeah.
I touched myself to the Drew Carey show. I had a beer with the biker dude down the street, and his old lady let me touch her titty.
The Campaign is it's kind of like a
Zach Galifianakis.
underappreciated one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Zoe's a big fan of the lightning bugs. She gets
Put them in a jar.
No, she gets stoked about them just seeing them.
Yeah.
So it was the other night. She was out on the porch, and usually not a super early bedtime, but usually before it gets dark.
Mm-hmm.
But happened to be a late one. She saw them, and she was, just pure joy of seeing lightning bugs.
It's always like a monumental moment in the spring when you start seeing them because it's time.
Summer's there.
It's only time.
Dad gets them really good, and because we got a little bit of the soft rolling hills up where we at, probably with you too there in the back, like. You may be back behind your pond. You can see them pretty well. But, yeah, we get a beautiful view of the lightning bugs.
Here, I got a story for you.
Is it about lightning bugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to grab a beer.
So you got that's not a Stanley Cup. A Reduce.
That's Sam's brand.
Is it?
What's so special about those things?
They're freaking awesome, dude. Those... Whoops.
They just dumped a beer on.
No, it was empty. So
you might want to move that somewhere else.
The Reduce is a Sam's brand, but everybody goes nutty over the Stanleys, which I don't get it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
I have a Stanley thermos it's not an OG. It's a made in China one, and it sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You got
the old classic green one.
If you're going to buy a good Stanley, it's got to be a made in the USA one. Honestly, I swear to God, I ate out
Do
of
they make out of both of them?
No. You got to find an old one.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had a bachelor party for my cousin, Adam Ingram.
Shout out Adam Ingram.
Yeah. I think yesterday or the day before was his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
But, this show is going to be a week from Friday, so, belated birthday.
Yeah. We ought to take birthday and anniversary requests.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
Maybe that's what we'll do this fall.
Charge them for it? $600 a shout out?
No,
$700?
stop.
What's that app where people can pay famous people to
Oh,
Cameo. We ought to start doing cameos.
Yes. But anyway, so Adam married a girl that he met.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, from California.
Do they have fireflies?
I don't think they do. So we go to Cup Creek. I'll just be as broad as that. We went to Cup Creek for Adam's bachelor party.
Anybody that knows
around here,
where that, yeah.
So anyway, his brother-in-law, now at the time future, we were sitting there and it was getting dark and everything like that, and he flipped out, and he was like, "What in the hell is going on?"
Well, he's a Cali bro.
And we were like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, What is all those, he tripping on acid or something? What are all those dots that are glowing and shit?
No way.
I swear to God. And they were like, "Those are lightning bugs." And he was like, "What?"
True.
And he was like, "Those are lightning bugs." Never seen them. Didn't have a clue what a lightning bug was. And I just thought to myself, you poor sucker. You know what I mean? That. You never seen Rescue Rangers? What was the lightning bug on Rescue Rangers' name? The dragonfly was Evinrude,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what the rescue light. I don't remember what his name was. But like, I think a lightning bug is a. Did you ever smash them in your fingers?
I was just going to say when you were kids and like put them on like war paint.
I guarantee you, we did it. We did it all the time. We would smash them in between our fingers, and we would do it, and it was a thing.
Just rub their carcass all over you so you glow.
Their glowing ass, their chemical reaction.
Can't
ass
say that I ever
all over
participated
their
in
ass.
that serial killer behavior. Is the next thing out of your mouth going to be we buried cats up to their heads and fired
Ran
up
them
the
over,
lawnmower?
ran them over with a lawnmower. Did you ever rip the wings off of a June bug and tie a string around it? No. Did you ever catch a wood boar
I never put a string on.
Yeah.
On
a flying insect? Yeah, me neither. I mean, people talk.
You asking it like you had before.
No, people talk about it, but
Yeah,
I've never
people talk about it.
I like fireflies, man. I
I do
think they're
too.
cool
I
shit. I
do.
think, like I said, I think
There's
the
a
thing-
lot going on there though when you break it down.
I've
Make
never-
your asses glow.
Never ever had the thought to break it down like you did.
Hmm.
But I appreciate it.
I think
Big
the
fan.
thing that gets me though is like how kids still flip out because it's a bug.
I hit one with a truck the other day and it like glowed the window up.
Oh yeah,
Boys, check it out.
yeah.
I still
But
get
like
tired of it.
Eleanor, like she's all out on bugs, like all bugs, just all out. Like ugh, like just can't.
Yeah, I never had a problem with a lightning bug.
No, because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere, and I love them. I love everything about
You
them.
know what I forgot to tell you about this week?
What?
Like,
For
does
the
it
second time.
need to be on the show, or does it need to be
It's
like?
fine. I would have mentioned it. Second time since I've lived here, found a snake in the house.
In the house.
In the hallway. William was drying off from
In the
pool,
hallway?
Stepped on him. Yeah.
How did? Wait a minute.
So when Jenna was pregnant with William, you heard the story about when Jenna was pregnant with William.
I don't think so.
My
She came
goodness.
in from work and like a night shift. We had somebody here cleaning the house that Jenna knew. Jenna's laying down. My phone rang like 9 times. I was at work, but I was kind of new there and I was on the floor, so I didn't answer it. And I was like, man, she's pregnant. I better answer it. But as she was laying down, this king snake, there's a chair next to the bed, like a wooden chair, you know, like a desk chair,
Yeah.
climbed up the side and went at her.
I'd burn the house down.
I told her to. So I went through and I sealed up all the drywall where any like pipes come through. There's like an overly large hole. So I got expanding foam and I foamed everything. And through all this, I found like 6 snake skins, like behind dryers, under sinks. It was wild.
How are they getting into your house?
So I saw one climbing up the brick wall one day and then got into the soffit. So I think they get in the soffit into the attic and then go down.
Slide down through the wall.
So the only thing I can think
Oh,
is that there's a hole in the drywall in William's room. So I don't know if it came through there.
Oh, the snake pit. Snake farm.
I
It just sounds nasty.
told Jenna, I was like, I'll burn it down if you want. And she didn't want me to burn it down.
I'm never going in your house again.
I hate snakes.
I don't mind them that much, but I couldn't imagine them being like in the house.
They crawl up wall. They ain't even got no fingers.
No, sir, they don't. They're wriggly and they skiggly.
And they stick to stuff and defy gravity.
Well, so if they get, so is your soffit not nailed down?
Apparently not. I mean, it's a brick home, so
What
it
a
can't be
dump.
nailed to the brick.
What a shithole, Dave.
I'm not going to go there. Dave
Snake
has
farm.
a very beautiful home.
It is. It's lovely. This is great. Is it time?
No, I'm worried about smoke.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm tired of these mother effing
snakes on this mother effing house.
Yeah, so I didn't sleep well last night.
Sleep
Like
with
stepped
one
on it.
eye open.
It was he didn't know it, but Weston was behind him and yelled, "William!" And the thing is, here's the next disturbing part. It was a very adolescent snake.
Oh no.
Yeah, snakes lay eggs, not egg. I mean, he
Little feller, huh?
was probably about 12 inches long, but not much bigger than this man.
no. You know what you need to do? You need to get one of those like thermal reading. Oh, it's cold blooded, aren't they?
Yeah.
Shit.
That ain't gonna work.
Nope. That plan went up in smoke.
Because I thought the same thing first. I was going to get the infrared thing on all the walls, but they're cold. It won't do me any good.
Do you really have that many holes in your wall?
Or do you really have that many snakes in your house?
I don't know.
or do
Like,
you
I'm
think-
imagining.
Here's what I would.
I'm imagining.
Now,
in my
ladies and
head-
gentlemen, for all those listening at home, there's not snakes in the lounge.
Yeah,
so,
the
like,
lounge
if
is
you want to come
snake-free.
over to a lounge party or do some lounge sitting in the future, please do not be deterred about the number of snakes in the house. and laugh.
Problem is, I can't. In my head, if there's one snake, there's 7 million. Of them.
Oh yeah,
Every
it's
snake in Indiana.
just like Justine. One time we found a roach in the house, and it's automatic. We got to.
Well, yeah,
the movie
don't.
Arachnophobia was getting ready to start happening, and like the biggest world.
Everybody knows roaches don't travel by themselves.
No, they come in hordes.
Yeah, I think here's what you probably got, Smoke. The first time this happened, was it warmer weather or colder weather?
It was spring, so I think for the colder weather, we used to have a bunch of. That was part of the reason why I got rid of all the trees because I felt like they had snakes. Shut up, dude.
Oh, that's creepy. No, but what I was gonna say is, I would imagine that there's a possibility that with the kids coming in and out, or the
They
dogs,
left the doors
or
open
everything,
for a few days. I'm hoping that's
Few days.
so. The
And
basement
what happens
door.
if what happens if old Bill come? What happens if Bill just like toted this thing on his and didn't tell you?
He could have.
Yeah.
He could have.
Yeah.
did you maybe
Was
think
there any
about that
was
part
there
of the
any sort of
investigation and ask him?
interrogation about it? Like, hey,
No,
Bill.
we were just on. The boys were all home, so I had to pretend like I'm not.
You'd be a tough guy, huh?
Yeah, so got a stick and a bucket. The boys shut their door, and we used to have carpet in the house. Now we have like that.
So there's a gap underneath. Those guys all thought they were
I'm
safe.
like, yeah, shut the door. That'll help.
That'll get him out of there.
Well, I think that I would start tracking down your doors and then doing an external survey of what you have going on. But I check your soffit to see what's loose.
I
but-
know they're in. We see them in the yard all the time. I'm hoping. So one of the basement door, we got this French door that's really fancy, but it's not for us. But it's hard to close. Like the way it latches, you got to lift up on the handle to get the pins to go back together. So if the boys go out, they never do that. So the door never latches.
See, that's where they're coming in at.
And then the door opens, and so one day it had been open for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's how they're coming in.
Because I hadn't been down there.
Yeah, that's how they're coming in.
So hopefully it was just one rogue.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Serpent.
That would be my hope too.
Serpent.
But with that note, let's pause this baby go
Oh,
for a
God.
cause.
I gotta get out of here. I got the willies.
Yeah.
we've been working hard, and so is our next sponsor, Maxey's Barbershop. So let's take a pause for the cause, brought to you by Maxey's Barbershop, a full-service barbershop located right in the thick of it in Huntingburg, Indiana. The shop offers a variety of services, including traditional haircuts, beard trims, and much more. Jay Maxey, the owner of the shop, has over 20 years of experience and is committed to delivering exceptional service to his clients. The shop also offers a unique vacuum cut system that eliminates hair mess. What's even better is that you don't need to book an appointment at Maxey's Barbershop, as he only does walk-ins. Stop in when it's convenient for you. Tell him the Dutchman sent you.
We'll be right back.
Hey!
And we're back.
Back better than ever.
Thanks to our buddy Jay Maxey over there at Maxey's Barbershop.
Yeah, get your hair cut up there.
Hey, and you know what? Welcome back to the second hour of our show.
Yeah.
But before we dive in, let me tell you about our sponsor for this hour.
Catering by Meyer.
There it is, Catering by Meyer. If you're looking for a delicious and hassle-free way to feed your guests at the next event, look no further than Catering by Meyer. They offer a variety of mouth-watering menus, from appetizers to desserts that can suit any taste and budget. Whether you need a casual buffet, a formal plated dinner, or anything in between, Catering by Meyer has got you covered. Catering by Meyer is the perfect choice for weddings, corporate events, birthdays, anniversaries, or really any occasion that calls for great food and great service. Give Jared and Bubba a call and tell them the Dutchman sent you.
They're probably a little busy right now running the old concession stand there at the Bombers.
That's right. I cranked her up. I thought we were going to have some glizzies.
We did while you were out.
Yeah, I was out.
I didn't know we had to eat them together, but smoking.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
feel cheated or nothing like that or left behind or whatever. No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Good,
That's
good.
Well, good because we didn't give a damn.
That's right, for sure. Hey, so where are you at on UFC?
Oh, Smoke had. What
No,
were
I
you
was
saying?
just saying my Give a Damn's busted. Remember that song?
My give a damn's busted.
That's the one.
Yeah. So you stated where are we at on UFC?
Yeah, where are you at on UFC?
Big fan. Haven't watched in a while, but I like UFC.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan for the big events. I think Dana White has done an excellent job of putting together very high valued fights. So I am in on it. I like watching it. I kind of like watching the heavyweights because the big boys go in there. Some of the big boys go in there and we're just going to have a fight and see what works out.
Yeah.
It's when the guys are more like technical, like spider monkey type deals. Not a fan as much of those because I like to just see them square up and go. But I like it. I think it's a sport that has survived. I think they've done a lot. I think what has helped UFC survive longer with some of their rule changes and what they do for their fighters is it's not got the boxing has a sort of like I don't know. There's just that kind of undertone with boxing about, different things. And
Like the stigma
of it of like,
I think boxing, like the thing with boxing is like defense is everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think with UFC is you got to go out there and
I'll be on the offensive.
don't you just go? I mean, I feel like everyone that I've watched is you go out there and you just get after it.
Well, and the bad thing with boxing is you have so many different like belts and organizations and who you fight in or fight under. There's the WBA, the WBO, the WNBA. Like there's a bunch of them. But like with UFC, you have Bellator, you have, prize fight, like you have, but like UFC is your main one,
the main
and
card.
it's pretty streamlined. Yeah.
Well, I was watching, so I've been watching McGregor Forever, the Netflix documentary or whatever, like kind of the ins and the outs of like where Conor started and how he got that big thing. But like, I think first things first, do you like Conor McGregor or do you not like Conor McGregor?
I like him.
I appreciate him as a character. If he were here and we were going to have a little splash of proper 12, I'm sure we would get along swimmingly.
Yeah.
I don't know, some of the outlandish things, I feel like...
Yeah, like throwing the two-wheeler through Habib.
I'm a huge fan of trashy people. Make it.
I think so, too, yeah.
Yeah.
He said that when he started it, he was a plumber over in Dublin.
For like a month.
Yeah.
Less than maybe 2 years or less. But
I think it was like 18 months, yeah. And then but when he grew up in a shitty part of Dublin is what he was kind of saying, like where he was at and stuff.
Well,
and I think that's pretty wild. But I want to see like how Khabib Nurmagomedov, I don't even know how to say, like basically Conor McGregor's arch nemesis, like how.
But he's retired,
right? Is he now?
I thought he was done. I thought he reached a point and he was.
And
done.
that might be, but I just like his origin story. Like he's got to be Russian, you know what I mean? But it's like where those guys come from and like
from
how
one of those parts, yeah,
like how that whole thing works. But I don't know, man. Like Cowboy Cerrone and like the original guys. When
some would say Ken Shamrock's an original.
Yeah, right. But bow our heads and moment of silence for the one and only Mr. Kimbo Slice. You know what I mean? Like started out in the old bare knuckle backyard
brawls,
and stuff like that. But like I don't know, man. UFC is a whole different breed of human being. I don't know much about it, but all I know is that I really like it.
Well, right now, ESPN has The Ultimate Fighter, which is the reality show, and it's Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. And that fight should be sometime this summer.
McGregor's gonna fight again.
Yes. This is McGregor. Chandler. Yeah, and that should be a great fight because Michael Chandler's he's a dude. Should be interesting to see. But yeah. I don't know. I like it. I don't follow it enough to where like I know like the up and comers.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know either. Yeah.
But I know like Janelle and I we've like for instance like the Chandler McGregor, like because it'll probably be a great undercard. Like we'd probably buy that fight.
Yeah.
And, I mean they go till 2 a.m. and it's about $60-$70, but
we've bought them Longy bought some down the road here.
I had a party that night and then that was the McGregor fight that everybody. Well, that was one of them he had. I had it here. We had a big poker game.
Yeah.
And then that's when the servers crashed.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
We tried to stream it and like
you couldn't.
Provider crashed. So
yeah.
we ended up going down there to Longy's.
Because that's what he had open.
Yep. Because he had it on Dish and they had their crap together.
Right.
But I try normally in the wintertime, I'll host a fight night or two, and I'll buy the fight, and then we'll get some guys over for poker and move all the furniture out in the living room and put a big long table up for poker and get 6 or 7 guys.
That sounds awesome.
Andy Kissling will here in the heart of Holland. He'll get fights every once in a while.
Yeah, he's got an awesome venue.
For watching stuff.
For watching stuff. Yeah.
But no, I like it. I like Dana White. I think he's made some great moves.
Who, in your opinion, do you think, like to date, who did you like? Who did you follow the most? Like, who did you like watching the most out of all of them?
I don't know. I guess probably one would say like the McGregor thing. You don't realize how long he's been in the game, but he's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like Cowboy Cerrone, like you get into BJ Penn, like you get some of those guys that probably early to mid 2000s that probably helped grow the sport the most. Like that's where you see a lot of it, like those guys in that era. I don't know. I don't have anybody specifically.
I am absolutely drawing a blank. And I cannot think of this guy. Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell and Matt Hughes and George St. Pierre.
Yeah, George St. Pierre is the other one.
Like those guys in the beginning, man. Like those, oh my goodness. Like those dudes were hilarious to watch because they were just knockout or submission or like just boom, bang, bing, bong, boom.
Well, and I think I like boxing too. Like if I'm having trouble sleeping, like in Top Rank Boxing is on. Like I'll watch, like if it's a name like I recognize.
I do not like Floyd Mayweather. I do not like Floyd.
Out on Floyd?
I am not a big Floyd.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I'm not a big.
Grandma still lives in the neighborhood.
I'm not a big Floyd guy, and I think it's just because, like, if you look at his statistics, like, yeah, he's won a lot of fights, but like, look at the amount of punches that he's thrown. Like
he's a point guy.
Yeah,
he's not. He's not going to knock you out.
Defense. Like he is.
Yeah, but you don't realize that he's 5'6", 115 pounds.
Yeah, he's a little fella.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah, and rich as rich can be rich.
Yeah,
like Manny Pacquiao. Like I have been on Team Manny Pacquiao for a long time.
But another guy that's 5'6" and
just an itty bitty guy.
Yeah.
Why don't you see any big like Mike Tysons anymore? Why do you think that is? Do you think that's like an anomaly? Kind of like Michael Jordan. I watched The Last Dance, by the way, which is a awesome documentary. And it's like those guys are those like one are they like once in a lifetime type people or
here's what's happened in boxing. I think it goes in cycles, but I think there's more of a foreign influence in boxing right now than, like used to back in the day. It was, Golden Gloves boxing and, Grandpappy boxed for the Army or boxed for the Navy. And, it was kind of instilled that way. And now where you see a lot of it is inner city youth that it's a keep them out of trouble community center type thing.
Find a gym
and then these guys. Yeah. But here's the thing about it. In that era of like Tyson and Holyfield, they were on the back end of like a strong, steady stream of boxing. Like, where you're talking about Muhammad Ali and Frazier and Foreman, like those guys.
He made a good grill.
You know how much he made a ton off that.
Did you ever have one?
Yeah.
Did you have one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think everybody had a George Foreman.
I
don't know if they make them anymore.
Justine, you know what happened to mine?
Spilled beer on it?
Nope. Just your computer. I stored it in the oven one time.
Oh, there you go. Somebody preheated the oven.
Yeah, and we hit the old preheat button for the frozen pizza. It's just like, God, it stinks. And there's molten plastic running down the damn.
That's healthy.
All right.
So, but I think a lot of those kids, like, there's other sport, like football, basketball's king. Like that's what those guys are getting into because the money's there.
Yeah.
But you look at that area Floyd came from.
What's that big British bastard? The big British.
Tommy Fury? Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. Yeah, that guy.
Who did he fight? He fought
the black guy with that always wore a mask. Big shredder looking guy.
But you're asking about like Tyson and I mean that's where it's at. They're not the person. I mean Fury's got a ton of personality, but again, a lot of it is who's your handler.
Yeah.
Like there's There's no telling how much, was it Don King?
Oh God.
How much money he made off of those, being a promoter like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's a different beast.
I don't know. Combat sports, I'm all in on them, and I just wanted to see if you guys were too. I was wondering about it
Probably
because
my favorite kind of sport.
I watched it. I was watching a little bit of that doc last night, the Conor McGregor one, and pretty wild come up, really. You know what I mean? Just kind of starting out in a little gym and stuff like that. And the cool thing is like there's video of him. It was when he got submitted, I guess you'd say, when the Megalomedov, when he choked him out the first time he got beat, the fight going up to it, like he broke his toe in practice, you know what I mean? And they had to like pull his toe back in the socket. So he was all freaked out about that. And then another one, he did something in sparring, like in the training going up to it. Like, so like when they fight in training, like they're fighting, you know what I mean? Like I mean, of course they got some pads and some other things.
You got to get your face ready to get
right.
beat.
But then like it showed him walking into the gym where he was training, and this guy's like a $150-200 million per fight on the card. You know what I mean? Like the biggest fighter in the world. And he's walking into this normal ass gym, and there's kids like doing jujitsu training and like, whatever, just like normal people working out in the gym. And here comes Conor McGregor walking in, like by himself to go upstairs and work out, and I thought, Dublin, Ireland, it may be different, but like if he was anywhere around here, Jesus Christ, he'd have every Tom, Dick, and Harry, you know what I mean, flocking to his ass trying to get his autograph.
But those guys, I mean, that's kind of like I don't know. I think it's one of those things that your local people protect you.
Yeah.
Because you're not out. Like if there's somebody of fame from this area that is at an event, they're generally left alone.
Yeah.
People know, hey, he doesn't need to be bothered. That kind of stuff. She doesn't need to be bothered. So I think over there, it's just
probably the same thing.
They've probably all met him anyways.
Yeah.
It's just Connor. They don't know who he, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't realize who and what he is and what he's done.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just part of it. But yeah, UFC all in.
Yeah.
Should be a big fight coming up then, because I think they do. That's another Dana White move, pair him up with
it always is
Ultimate Fighter, and then they fight at the end.
Yeah.
So should be good. My second topic, since we're doing a little traveling coming up, what is one item you wish you would have packed when you traveled? Something you always immediately regret not bringing.
Well, for me, absolutely 100%. I've done it before, and it made it absolutely miserable, is forgetting my CPAP. I can't, oh, God, I'm screwed if I forget it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it will ruin my trip if I don't bring it, because I've done it before, and it was terrible. I don't sleep worth a shit. I feel like crap. It's just awful, because I don't sleep in hotel rooms anyway. Like I can't do it.
How can you not sleep in a hotel room?
I don't know, man. It just screws me up. Like I am a very, very, very big time home turf sleeper. Like when we were in that cot the other night, even though it was like chilly and I was comfy and I had my own pillow and everything like that, I feel like I didn't hardly sleep at all. And I even had my CPAP, but I don't know. It's weird to me. Like I'm a home turf sleeper, but yeah, I don't know. I'll think of one as we go.
Well, go ahead. Smoke.
I feel like I don't forget. Like if it's something that important, we'll turn around and come back.
I'm talking about like you get to the hotel and you check out the toilet paper and you're like, damn it, I always say I ought to bring a roll from home.
I've never said that.
Really?
Yeah.
He probably doesn't shit in hotel bathrooms either.
Oh, I do now.
Oh,
I do now. No, because I was thinking about it, and like I've had it before where like toilet paper's been the thing. Like you get in there and it's one ply and it's terrible, and you just might as well just hop in the shower and just But then like earplugs, like I've had it where like earplugs before.
Yeah.
Extra
Plugs?
Yeah.
Oh
What?
God, what do you mean for what? People that you're sharing the room with?
Snoring. Pre-CPAP me.
Oh
yeah.
God, dude. Even yes. My brother, holy shit. We went, so Maxwell, oh man. Maxwell wrestled at Warren Central in Indianapolis at Folk Style State 2 years ago. And my brother was home, And he was like, yeah, I'll go with you. I was like, all right, cool. So the girls, Justine was unable to go because of the kids and everything. So me and my brother took all of the kids up there. Shared a room, and I tell you what, I'm sorry, guys, I'm yawning. I'm tired. It's a long week.
It's okay.
I'm gonna snap in of it, and man, I'm having a stroke too as we're talking. But my brother, God bless him, he is like I am really not looking forward to sharing the same Airbnb with him this coming weekend. Or the weekend that
Is he
you
not
got.
a CPAP guy?
Oh God, he hasn't been. He
Oh.
needs to go bad,
Yeah.
but he hasn't been because that son of a bitch. I mean, it'll knock the freaking window. It'll knock the paint off the walls. Like it's bad. And I had to get up at like 2:00 in the morning. What are you doing?
I was gonna sneeze.
I had to get up at like 2:00 in the morning on that trip and go down to the front desk to get a pair of earplugs,
Yeah.
which they have.
Yeah.
Most hotels have them.
Mm.
And get them and come back upstairs and then put the pillow over my head
That's tough.
and attempt to go to sleep because I had a whole day of wrestling the following day.
I always wish I would bring an extra pillow, and like I never pack it.
Justine has her own travel pillow. We're usually gold on the pillow department.
I guess I always wish I would have brought more booze.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I guess if you get all boozed up, you can sleep in a hotel fine.
Yeah.
So are we really taking the glizzy machine with us?
Yes.
Oh boy.
It's going. It'll fit in the back of the Silver Bullet. We'll
I
put
am
it in
gonna. I gotta go to Merkley's to get some stuff for.
travel snacks.
Well, I mean for unrelated, but I can pick up some more
Yeah.
dogs and some brats and
Yeah.
stuff to get some buns.
Yeah.
Freaking glizzy machine.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's just. I was just thinking about it. I was kind of thinking what
I don't know,
Bluetooth
man.
speaker.
Yeah, I knew that. So that was another one that was coming on.
I think coolers is another one. Like you don't. I mean, sometimes like.
I always bring.
See, I don't.
I always do.
I don't always do.
I always do because like sometimes the room that you're staying in doesn't have a fridge,
And you got to bring the booze.
and you got to bring the booze. Which I mean, we've done bathtubs. Like you could do a bathtub cooler.
But then you got to get ice. Well, they don't have the ice.
They have ice there, unless it's that one hotel we stayed at, and they gave us 7 cubes. You remember that? Oh, that's because your room has an ice maker in it. Well, that son of a bitch wasn't on, and we got to wait 7 days for the tray to fill up.
Yeah.
But no, I think Bluetooth speakers are a good one too. Even though, like, depending on your neighbors, they may not appreciate it. But I mean, if you turn it to a normal, sensible level, some easy.
I'm a
listening.
good enough neighbor to know I'm a bad neighbor, and that's just part of it.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Well, we're usually bad neighbors too because our kids. We got 40 kids screaming and bitching at one another because they don't want to watch the same thing on the TV that we're watching. But I don't know. There's always those things.
Yeah,
Swimming suits, like you forget your swimsuit, or you forget your
Beach towel.
I forgot
Sunscreen.
Gold Bond one time. That was a
Whew,
real pisser.
that's
'cause,
tough.
Yeah, I had the old shits on the way there, and was pretty galled up. So we had to do a little run to the
Oh.
old store to get that. Which, by the way,
Uh-huh.
have you ever tried Gold Bond spray?
Yeah, got some in the sink. Not like under the sink or store it.
If you're like chafed up real bad, to where like when you are,
Are we trying to get a Gold Bond sponsorship here?
well,
Because that'd be all right with me.
yeah, because I use it a lot. But if you're like chafed up to the point where like you have, you're starting to draw blood
Yeah,
on
that's
the
pretty
old
chafed.
on the wipe there, don't use the spray
No.
because the alcohol content. Justine would probably die laughing if
How
she.
hard are you wiping, pal?
It's not hard. It's not how hard are
It's
you
how
wiping.
much.
It's how many times are you
Yeah.
wiping. You get a mean case of the shits, bud, and you're shitting about 45, 50 times a day. That's a rough spot. And luckily I got the bidet now, so that helps out. But pre-bidet,
I think I'm going to have to try this bidet business out.
come on over, bud. Give it a whirl. Take her for a spin.
There's a reel we can do.
It is nuts. But yeah, we could do it. But so I did that and I hit that. I thought I was good shape, and we were in the hotel, and Justine was there for the application. I'll just say that. And like I
Brought a tear to your eye. but-
holy cotton picking Toledo. Like I had to I almost dropped trowel and jumped into the pool, into the bathtub because I wanted it off now. The alcohol content in the spray is really high because that's what it uses to
aerosol effect.
to deliver it, but then it evaporates immediately. But
Apparently not that immediately.
holy shit, that lit me up.
Yeah, Gold Bond is
Gold-
maybe good.
Gold Bond Green, by the way, which you ever use Gold Bond Green? That'll make a man out of you. The Gold Bond Green is not for the faint of heart.
No, I've never dabbled my
Now,
toes
Gold
in the
Bond
waters.
Yellow is the good stuff.
Yeah,
that's good quality medicated powder.
That's usually
But now
where
you
I'm
go
at.
dipping your toes in them green bucket waters.
Not here.
You better be a man, buddy.
Not
'cause
here.
that shit's tougher than John Wayne.
Yeah,
That stuff's pretty tough.
not here. Smoke, we got.
I think I mentioned on the show once, or maybe it was just before the show, that I had a vision of a portrait of me and the missus
Yeah?
with a narwhal. I don't know if it's part of the show or not.
I don't recall that conversation, Dave, but actually, I think I may.
Yeah, well, anyway, why don't
It's
people
a nice centerpiece.
get portraits made? Like anybody can snap a picture, but I want a daggone painting. I want somebody to come here and paint me. Not paint me, but like paint a portrait of me. Like, you know, we used to
Liz,
hang portraits like
Lawn brush, come on up. Smoke wants to
I
be
want
painted.
something to hang in the living room.
Something
Maybe
like
to wrap up and
what
give to
Jack,
the in-laws
what
for
Jack
Christmas.
was doing to what was the
Yeah, painting like
Rose.
one of your French
Rose,
girls.
when Jack was paint me like one of your French girls. Yeah,
Well, I'm not saying I want necessarily anything at
in the
that
nude,
extent. I mean,
the
it have to be
Norwal,
done.
the Norwal photo you were in the nude.
Yeah, but I was going to be tastefully covered with a glass of whiskey,
yeah,
laying on a narwhal.
laying on a narwhal.
Oh,
That's
my gosh.
another mystical creature.
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 It's a horned manatee, right? Or a whale?
Yeah, but it's a whale, but it's actually the tusk is a tooth.
Yeah.
It goes through their gourd and comes out.
Yeah. And it's spiralized.
Hmm. It's hard for me to believe that a unicorn would be that hard to see if we've got a whale out there.
The uniwhale.
Or like Loch Ness Monster doesn't exist, but we got like a
Horned whale.
leopard cheetah donkey
A leopard cheetah donkey. What the
or
hell?
long neck cheetah donkey.
I think we
like
need to
a
put it in
giraffe.
reverse as soon as we can here.
I don't, I think I just don't know that people do paintings anymore because technology has come a long way to where you can take a photo and have it.
Sad.
I mean, I support Blonde Brush and Liz and whatever,
so
to paint. but-
Casey, you'll know this feller. God rest his soul. T's and P's and R.I.P. and the whole works. Mr. Randall Crandall.
Oh, yeah.
He is a city of Huntingburg legend.
Yep.
Okay.
He worked for the city of Huntingburg Street Department forever.
Probably right out of high school. was his
Yeah,
first
well, no, see, he went out to Bakersfield and worked in the oil fields for a while.
Oh, did he?
But then he came back and went to work for the street department. But he had a painted portrait of himself that he hung over his own bed
Yeah, that's what I want.
in his
something
cabin,
fancy.
and like that was
That's
quite,
a little-
that was quite the laughing stock. Which he would invite you in to take a gander at it. But yeah, so like I don't have one now.
Would you want painted like as an admiral or something?
No,
Painted as an
that would be
admiral.
false valor, stolen valor. See,
Stolen
I'm
valor.
not in on that. I'm not an admiral.
Surely there's an admiral or something.
Yeah.
Like Admiral Nelson.
Admiral Nelson. Yeah, he's a
You drink enough of that, yeah.
rum guy. There was we bought our first house that we bought was in Huntingburg, and we
Right.
bought it from a family that was. That house was built in 1951, and we were the second owner of the house. And when we bought it, it was kind of a peculiar experience because the family, they had an estate sale,
Mhm.
and they sold everything. They sold family photos, They sold like heirlooms. It was weird. Yeah,
Who would buy?
yeah. I don't know. I think people bought them for the frames because the frames were really old as well. But so this family, they lost a daughter in a tragic car accident, like in the, I'd probably be wrong, but I'm just going to say 80s, for conversation's sake. I really don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago.
Okay.
And this girl, like, so they had my goodness, I wouldn't even be able to imagine the actual dimensions of this piece of art, but it was huge. I mean, I'm saying probably 4x8 or maybe 8x4 or something, like huge 6x10, big gargantuous painting of this deceased girl. Like it was her, like a self-portrait of her in this red suit dress thing or whatever. And they sold it at the auction as well. And I thought, man, that's wild.
Well,
and
though, you can sell art.
But there was no family present at the auction. Like the people that were selling me the home, they didn't even go to their own auction. It was weird. It was just a very peculiar, and it may happen. It may happen. Maybe they want closure or something, moving on or whatever that, however has you, but whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it was a peculiar deal. And I've seen art like that before, but like we have, I think we have one big, floral painting that we bought at, I don't know, Pier 1 or something. And it's like I don't know if it's probably a recreation of something, but yeah, I don't know. You don't see it much anymore. You know what I mean? Like, Liz could probably tell us more about this whole topic, but I mean, I've been over to the Jasper, the art gallery or whatever at the Clark 10 Cultural Center. And like, you can buy it over there, but it's never like self-portraits. It's always like landscapes or, something like that. And I think that's kind of cool, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe we should find somebody to do some portraits.
Maybe we should get a
Wondering Dutchmen portrait.
Yep.
I think so. I was thinking that the other day. Be pretty sweet.
What medium would you prefer?
I imagine just a nice oil on canvas type of thing.
Yeah. I don't think we're cut out for watercolor.
No.
We look blotchy and blobby the way it is.
I feel like you get a good warm definition out of oil on canvas.
Yeah, for sure.
Where would
we be? Yeah, how would you picture this photo or this portrait?
Or would you just take like that and make it a painting?
No, it'd be
you'd
more
actually
realistic.
want a full-on thing.
It'd be us like majestic something.
In the buff?
Probably not.
No,
probably not in the buff. Probably just like the bust, like almost maybe like Mount Rushmore. The sort of
like from the nipples up or from the neck?
In between. In between.
Okay.
I feel like you got to have some shoulder in there, but I don't think you necessarily need nipple. But I think shoulders are important in a portrait.
I like my nipples, so I would want them.
Yeah, well, I'm just depending on who you are. The picture gets taller and taller, I guess. I don't know. You get different heights.
Well, and there's already 3 of us plus Arlo.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
that's wild.
Yeah, we could get a paint.
I guarantee you, we could get somebody to paint it. If you are a painter and you are bored sometime and you just do a little Facebook stalking and you know what we look like, throw something together. Let's see what happens. And we may like it and we may not. But yes,
it'll hang here in Smokers Lounge.
Yeah, if you want to do something like that, by God, we would love it. I mean, it doesn't matter if whoever, whatever. Hey, you know what? This might be a good contest.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we should wait to do that until October. We'll get a nice picture taken at SGI.
Oh, with the sunset in our back.
Sunset
Arlo
on the
beach.
There.
Well, we just pencil him in.
Yeah. We'll Photoshop him in.
Yeah.
Kind of like that paint me a Birmingham, but paint us an Arlo.
Paint me an Arlo.
With a cut water in his hand.
I
like it.
Okay.
So if we've got any artists that want to take a stab at it,
I would love to see it.
Yeah, it'll hang here in Smokers Lounge.
Yeah.
Prominently. I think I like it. That's a good idea.
I do too. That's a great deal.
That is an excellent idea. You know what else is an excellent idea?
Tell me.
We are going to get into the Merkley and Sons choice cut questions of the week for the fellas.
The fellas.
My favorite.
So let me officially welcome you to the Merkley and Sons choice cut questions of the week for the fellas, sponsored by Merkley and Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. Like I said last week, Merkley's Bacon is the official starter of Sunday brunch. Go in and see Bradley and John Boy and load up on their breakfast meats from bacon, sausage, ham, and more. If breakfast isn't what you are shopping for, you can still choose from a wide selection of fresh beef and pork products, chicken, or seafood. They've got it all. Merkley and Sons prides itself on providing the best of the best. Every breakfast should begin with unwrapping a Merkley and Sons package and let that aroma of bacon fill your kitchen. Whew. Especially with these new mics, it's kind of sultry.
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of
I
sultry.
just made some Merkley's bacon for lunch today.
I did too. I had BLTs. Had
Yeah.
2 of them.
I had bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, but
Nice.
Yeah,
For
that's
lunch.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. So our questions come from a classmate of mine. I knew her as Candy Decker. I believe she's Candy James now, holding it down in the Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
She's got her questions in here.
Is that 260 area code up there?
Who knows?
Yeah. I was like,
I don't have that. I forgot that and my 10-foot ladder at home.
yeah.
My Rolodex.
Swimming pool or lake?
Oh,
God dang it.
It's a hot one right away.
Swimming pool, since there's one at my house.
I say I have both.
Oh,
I have
hey,
both.
humble brag
I
there.
have both. And
He's probably got a portrait above his bed of himself.
I spend majority of the time in the pool. I do. But I tell you what, boys, there's nothing better than, floating on an inner tube out in the middle of the lake. You don't have to, you could piss in the lake and not have to worry
You
about
can
it.
pee in your pool and not have to worry about it.
Whoa. You better now. You're not gonna
You really think
you're not gonna pee in my pool.
I'll stand off the top deck and pee into your pool if I want to. Yeah. Yeah.
Mother lover.
I might take tomorrow off where I know you'll be at work
And sneak
walk
down
down
there
the hill.
and piss in my pool.
Yeah. And I'll set up I'll call Arlo to set up a bunch of cameras and we'll cut a reel of me urinating in your pool just to see how you feel about them apples.
Dave, I won't pee in your pool
appreciate
unless you
that.
don't want me to. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably.
You really think he gets out of the water to go pee?
That's
out of
my
his
pool. I'll piss in my own pool, but you ain't gonna piss in my pool. I got that. You're alert.
No, you don't.
I know it's not a thing.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a fake thing. I'll go pool. What are you?
I'm a swimming pool guy.
Yeah.
Cooking steak or cooking chicken on the grill?
Steak.
I think steak, but chicken can be a close second there, depending on what you're doing. Best type of floaty for the old pool?
Well, since I'm a portly feller and I don't usually fit through the donuts, I would probably prefer like a couple noodles
Yeah.
just to straddle. I like to straddle them.
Yeah, noodles are always there, but now that the U shape around you with like the seat.
Oh, now those are
kind of
nice.
I guess a lounge. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Like a lounge
Like
noodle?
a water chair type thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the back floats, the arm part floats, but it's like a net there. We go. I go through them pretty quick. They're not really rated for my stature. So I think I might have to rig one up out of like 3 pool noodles and a hammock.
Oh, there we go.
Three pool noodles and
some
a
sort
hammock.
of shrimp net.
Yeah, I kind of.
we could fasten up.
I'm not a. Yeah, I'm probably more of
I'm
a.
actually going to write that down because that's a pretty good idea.
Shrimp net.
Cornhole or hillbilly
What'd you
golf?
say? You didn't give me your
He
answer.
said pool.
Pool noodle. Well,
Float. Yeah.
You're
probably
floaty.
pool noodle guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because usually if I'm in the water, I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So
Gosh, I tell you what, that's the best part about water recreation is you're rehydrating through osmosis or whatever, like from the outside
oh
in.
boy.
So you can just drink all day.
You gotta water recreate responsibly.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's where there's a pool.
I'm all in on cornhole.
Cornhole or hillbilly golf?
Cornhole.
Probably cornhole too.
Like, I like the thought of hillbilly golf, but you got to keep them balls in the string straight, and the kids throw them at stuff. And
Brody
the
and
polos
them,
get all
Brody and
tied up.
Josh and those guys at the campsite this weekend had a game with a beer can on a post with a frisbee.
Yeah, I don't get into frisbees either. Those things go
Beer
rogue.
frisbee?
Is
Frisbee
that what
beer?
it is?
Beer.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was kind of a neat game.
Here's my thing on that kind
You know
of stuff.
my
I
favorite
just
drinking game?
Sitting there
Listening
drinking.
to the radio.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know this song?
Pontoon boat or ski boat?
No, pontoon. all day.
Pontoon.
Yeah.
Depending on how big of the old ski boat we're talking about.
Oh, I got to write something down for after the show.
I got to have
okay.
I want a pontoon.
Camper or tent?
Well,
Where are you at here, official camper?
I don't know. If I had a camper, I would think it would be pretty neat, for rainy days and stuff.
Now,
like
would you
that.
go fifth wheel or pull behind?
Oh, definitely bumper pull because I don't have anything to pull a fifth wheel with. I'm situational on this.
Smoke, what about you?
Situational.
I think I'm a camper all the way.
Yeah.
I'm not tent guy. I'll just be honest. Sunscreen or no sunscreen?
I don't wear it.
Not at all.
No, I should, but I don't.
I do.
Well, you're fair skinned, fair eyed.
Well, tattoos.
Oh,
My
yeah.
tattoos
Yeah.
from getting all jacked up.
Good thought. They bleed. Yeah, they'll fade for sure.
The one on my back is I never.
That's
took
a fine
care
looking
of,
horse.
and it's faded bad. It's 20-some years old.
Fine looking
Do you,
horse.
we can.
Touch her up.
I'm a sunscreen guy for the most part. We believe in going to see the dermatologist. and
Yeah.
That's what they recommend. Now, like my children, Zoe's got blonde, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes. Ryan's got my eyes, and then Ratman's still got his blue eyes, but he's gonna have dark hair. But yeah, like I think
It's very important.
yeah.
Yeah.
Knew a guy I worked with when we were at the park. Well, Brady Blessner, he'd get his. I'm trying to look at something in here that'd be
Mm-hmm.
like at Smoke there with his horse stuff on it.
Yeah.
He'd look like
Yeah. What's me? I mean, I get
you're pretty close.
pretty dark too, but
Yeah.
and my hair is starting to bleach out. As we progress through the summer,
Yeah,
I
you've
will
been putting lemon juice in
I will
it.
be blonde. I will be.
When you're
very
gonna get
blonde.
your white conch shell necklace,
conch shell, it's puka shell,
whatever it
Shit.
is. I don't care. Holiday World every year, or just on occasion?
I haven't been to Holiday World in a long time, but my family goes 25 times a year.
Yeah. What about you?
Same. Jen and the boys go a lot. I go once a year with them because I feel guilty about not going, but I don't like roller coasters. I don't like people that much.
I love roller coasters. I'm just too fat to ride them.
Yeah. They serve beer down there now.
Yeah, for $7,000 a piece.
Yeah, if they put the tap in the old Pepsi Hut,
Yeah.
you might convince me to
Free
go down.
soft drinks, free parking, free booze.
Yeah. Dave's there.
I'm thinking it's going to be kind of barfy this year.
Very
You
no.
go-
I don't.
You go
people,
mixing booze, sun, and
that
roller
ain't gonna
coasters.
work, man. People ain't gonna be able to afford it. You can't afford.
I
There's not anybody at Holiday World
and it
gonna be
doesn't-
able to afford $115 beer.
And it doesn't change anybody standing out in the parking lot
No.
getting pickled
You know
before
how
they
many
go
times
in.
we used to smuggle in a little bottle of just little Jackie Daniels, a little vodka poo, and a little water bottle in the old there. Once you got the vodka and the pink lemonade, yeah, guilty as charged. It's not. Yeah, I ain't gonna.
I don't know why you said that in a voice like you're trying to. Like you're an
Anyway,
adult now. It's not like they're gonna come get
yeah,
you.
we
CNC.
smuggled vodka in there before with pink lemonade, and yeah,
Okay.
nothing
okay.
changed.
Yeah. So, good list of summer questions there from Candy.
Yeah, thanks, Candy.
For the Merkley and Sons Choice Cut questions of the week. We appreciate it. Like we talked about last episode that hasn't aired yet, we need some more.
Oh yeah, we gotta have more.
Gotta have more.
This is our almost favorite segment of top 3 segments of the entire show.
Yeah.
And we got to keep it rolling. So
Yeah.
get your questions in. We got to keep them coming.
Yeah, we do. So here is our summer specialty, which it sounds like maybe this fall we'll do birthdays and anniversaries.
Yeah.
But this summer, Let the Dutchman Be Your DJ on
yeah.
Spotify. I think we're up to like 35 followers on that.
I think so.
You're getting quite a long, big list of songs, too.
Yeah.
Probably nearing 4 hours before we had whatever's tonight. We'll probably break 4 hours tonight.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a good one to just, I was in the office today and I was like, I'm just going to throw it on play. And of course, Morgan Whalen was the first one. And glad he's the first one because we care.
Mm-hmm.
We care. Mace, what you got to add?
I'm going back to the Skate Palace.
Ooh.
Circa 2001, circa 2000 probably, when I was a young fella ripping it up on the old hardwood over there.
Yeah.
And I'm going with one of my mom's favorites, Aerosmith, Janie's Got a Gun.
Oh.
That's a good one. That's my first one.
Yeah, that's a good.
Second one, it was something that I hadn't heard the remake, but I liked it. And I commented on when I got here today. It's Five Finger Death Punch's take on Blue on Black, a original Kenny Wayne Shepherd song, and I liked it. It was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And finally, wrapping up my number 3. It's a song that I always got a big kick out of when I was a kid with my dad, and I don't really know why, but it's ZZ Top, Space Cowgirl.
Good selections.
Yeah.
Smoke, what you got?
All right. We're going to start with a couple from the Allman Brothers because been on my playlist.
Yeah.
Midnight Rider.
Oh, man.
That explains
That's a heater.
And then Can't You See?
Oh, man.
And then the last song here, we're gonna go ahead and on the playlist will be by the original version of The Animals, but House of the Rising Sun. I've never heard a cover of that song. But I did.
Ooh-wee.
Good selections.
That's a good one.
A house
In
New Orleans.
They call the rising sun.
There you go.
There
That's
we go.
almost close your eyes and like you're there.
Yeah.
I've got an interesting list today. We're gonna jump around everywhere.
We're
First
all
one,
flying on the same chopper. By
Creedence, Clearwater Revival, Fortunate Son.
the way. Yeah.
Because how it's made it this far without being on the list, I do not know.
Yeah.
The second one, little Jim Croce,
Oh,
Time in a Bottle.
Ooh.
If I could save time in a bottle.
That's a good one.
And then Clint Black, Killing Time.
Oh,
I don't know what.
We're getting the watches out for that one.
Yeah, which, by the way, he came to the resort, and out of all the concerts so far, I mean, you forget how many great songs Clint Black's got. He sounded great.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 there that were added. Check it out, friends of the show. It's there on Spotify. You can like and follow what we've got.
All you have to do is search on Spotify for The Wondering Dutchman.
And then check out playlist.
There it is.
And it's there. And then while you're there, just go ahead and like and subscribe to the podcast there.
Yeah. And maybe go to YouTube and subscribe to that one too.
Yeah. So we appreciate everything. Everything that you do. And if you've got, we're not taking requests to put on the list yet, but maybe we may open that up.
We could potentially be in.
We could potentially open that up. Maybe we'll take a week off and we'll make it a listener's choice. We'll just get a little crowd participation that way.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
It is now time for the last pass. It means we've come to an end here, Smoke.
into 133.
Yeah.
Pretty nutty.
Which means we're closer to getting a year old and we haven't planned shit. The last pass brought to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. Are you ready to take your outdoor power equipment on to the next level? Hopf Outdoor Power is the ultimate destination for all of your outdoor power needs. You know about the Kubotas, the Cub Cadets, and the Polaris side-by-sides, but don't forget about their Echo products. Hopf Outdoor Power is a one-stop shop, and with their outstanding sales, service, and parts, you can always rely on them for quality and convenience. Don't settle for less than the best when it comes to your outdoor power equipment. Visit Hopf Outdoor Power today in Jasper or down there on Evansville. They're on the east side. They've got a big, beautiful lot down there with a lot of those pretty orange tractors.
Real big.
And discover why they are the leaders in the industry. Hopf Outdoor Power, where the grass is always greener, and they remind you to mow responsibly. Mace, we got.
So as we draw to a close tonight, I don't want to get too sentimental, but I want everybody to give their loved ones a hug. Tell them how much you mean to them, because you never know when it's your time. I won't go any deeper than that, but I'll just, you need to appreciate what you got, give thanks for what you got, and if you need anything, the door is always open. Our phones are always on. We're always here to listen. I feel like sometimes we don't talk about that much, anymore. I know we do in the fall and the winter, whenever that, mental health is usually tough. But like this time of year is pretty tough too, because we're busier than shit. Everybody's always running and gunning, going crazy and everything. You get overwhelmed with things, and it's tough to think about. But like, I had a good time last weekend. Just checking out, going down to the campsite, sitting in a lawn chair. The kids got to do their own thing. Went to that concert, listened to music with my dad, and just kind of looked over at him and watched him enjoying himself and stuff like that. And it's just those little things that are starting to stick out to me more and more every day. Like coaching these kids, I wearing my Scrapyard Dogs t-shirt, because I came straight from the softball field tonight. But like just coaching these little girls and seeing how much they've improved, through the season, and having parents that I have no idea who they are come up to me like after the game and say, you know what, you really do a good job with these little girls. And I'm like, man, I don't feel that way. I sometimes feel like I'm a dick. You know what I mean? And my mom tells me like, God, Zachary, you shouldn't be such an asshole to them little girls, But then other people are like, I really like how you do things and stuff. And it's like, I wish I had my phone in front of me, but I don't. But Brad, a big friend of the show, Brad O'Hanian, posted something on Facebook today, and I stole it and reshared it. But it was a thing about signing your kids up for football. I know this is a weird segue, and I'm kind of rambling, but I feel like we can do that.
Yeah,
but
whatever
like
you want, buddy.
But it was signing your kids up for football not because it's fun, but because it's hard. Any kind of sport that involves you getting up early in the morning when everybody else is sleeping in, and you're going out in the 95-degree heat and strapping up your helmet and pads and, doing 2-a-days and doing all this other stuff. It's like, it's only grooming you for life. You know what I mean? Like if you never had to do anything that made you face adversity, then, what the hell are you going to do when life throws you a curveball? It all goes back to, smooth seas don't make good sailors. You know what I mean? So my biggest takeaway from that post is that, you gotta buckle up and just hammer down and keep on keeping on. And, life is nuts. Like I said, we were grinding out 3 shows this week, just because we have to. You know what I mean? Because we've made a commitment to the Wanderers, and we started this shit and
a commitment to ourselves as well.
For sure. And it's like we're not going to half-ass things, and we got breaks coming. Don't get me wrong. There will be built-in breaks coming up. But, we got to keep cranking this stuff out, and I'm having a blast with it. And, the opportunities just keep coming, and it never ceases to fail to amaze me. But I don't know. I know I really took the long way around on that last pass, and I covered a lot of bases there. But anyway, that's my thing. I'm looking forward to the weekend, and I'm ready to hammer down.
Smoke.
Well, I'm glad yours was a little long because mine's real short. Summer's here. We're having a good time, burning the candle at both ends. So enjoy the time and stay hydrated.
Hell yeah.
That's what I got. You got to drink water. You got to keep the water.
PSA, drink your water.
That's right.
Drink your water. I really don't have a whole lot. Just busy with everything in life.
Good luck on your test.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, Friday either.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah, drink lots of water.
Smarter.
No, it just, I can't believe, our golf polo shirts are in.
Oh, my.
Most of these folks are going to be getting their orders from us. And
not too long.
So dumb to just think of what we, have got going on. And we've got some other things coming up that are just as cool. And,
oh, yeah.
we're going to try to reconnect with our buddy Todd McComas and get him down here on some stuff, and
Merkley boys coming up.
the Merkley boys
Get
and
them on the books.
Strassen
Barbecue
Fest.
competition.
yeah,
Car
Strassen
show.
Fest. It'll all be here before you know it. But just trying to enjoy it, enjoying it with the kids. When you get done with coaching, and it's funny because, anyways, it just is. It's amazing to get done, and you're like, what am I going to do with all this free time? And you just realize there's just something else that slides right in and takes up the time. But opportunity to reflect on, the successes with baseball this year has just been great, because I think you have to take time to reflect on how far you've come and what you've done. And I think we do that a lot here, especially in these last passes, because it comes to that where you're like, shoot, the people are great, almost 1,400 followers on Facebook, and, people are responding to stuff, and people are
spending their hard-earned money on T-shirts with our faces on it.
That changes a lot of things. And I just, for 33 weeks into doing this, it sometimes catches you off guard. And, like we're sitting down with Ted at the country club, and it just like rolled like so good.
It was.
Like it just was like
super cool.
Amazing how you get so used to it. And I'm excited to see where that grows for like businesses that have things where there's like an experience to it, or they want to talk about, what they've got going on. And, we worked out a good deal with them that really didn't cost them much.
No.
Didn't cost them hardly anything. And, nothing for us to give, an hour or 2 hours and, do a little something extra with golf. But, yeah, it is. It's cool. Appreciate all the people that listen. And then, like we were talking about Gary Wayne, and, we're talking about Tom Osborne, and, my dad, and these people that listen.
My parents.
Yeah, your
listen
parents.
every
And,
week.
it's just amazing. And keep liking and keep sharing. And we pick up people all the time. And, the show will grow as it does. And I almost just say I'm happy entertaining the folks that we see in our community.
Heck yeah.
So it's enjoyable. But like Smoke said, drink water, throw on a little extra shade of sunscreen.
It's time to smash some glizzies.
It is.
Dutchman
Dutchman out.